Hey friends, as a follow-up to my last blog post, I spent a decent amount of time really thinking about what I wanted my life to look like. I had to branch out, try to find some new ways of thinking that would help me create that compelling vision for my life, the life that I truly want to live. It wasn't going to happen by only adding back fewer things, my first principles. And as good as that is for reducing stress, I wanted to think bigger, and I wanted to add in things that would take my life to new heights, new places. So I spent time in solitude thinking about what truly brings me alive and how I can add more of those things into my life. I went back and reviewed old journals, old list of goals, old dreams that I had just let wither on the vine. I can't do them all, and that's not the point. My goal is to create a life that I love to live. I want a life that I don't need a vacation from for only 2 weeks a year. We all have choices in life, and we can react to what happens to our lives, or we can go out and make things happen. And if we spend our time reacting to life and not intentionally building our lives, that usually makes us miserable. We think, what's the use in trying? It's always going to be this way. Nothing's going to change. And when we think that way, we're right. Nothing is going to change. At least usually not in the way that we want it to. So we have to become the people that are capable of making the change that we want in our lives. So when we take control over designing and building our lives, it honestly can be overwhelming. We have this huge buffet of activities to choose from, and we only have so much time. And often we don't make choices because we're afraid of making the wrong choice. So we stay reactionary, thinking that we don't want to add additional stress or failure or work to our plate. We wait for someone to ask us out instead of asking out that person we're attracted to because we don't want to be rejected. We wait until we're laid off instead of going out and finding a better paying job because we haven't fully decided what we want, or we haven't acquired the skills to earn more. To take control of building our lives now and in the future, we have to grow into something we are new at, something we experience. We have to learn new skills. We have to go different places, meet different people. We have to just stretch right outside our comfort zone until what used to be uncomfortable is not as scary. And if we like that, then we have to stretch out a little bit more until it becomes something that we enjoy. And that can apply to relationships, social circles, our work, our hobbies. We have to take the time to think through what we want to do, and we want to put ourselves outside of our comfort zone instead of being kicked out of our comfort zone and into something that we don't want to deal with. So we have to be intentional. We have to take the time, and we have to step back and say, what do I want my life to look like? What do I want my day to look like? What do I want my relationships to be? What are those big dreams that I used to have that right now I just kind of let them die? I haven't been focusing on that like I should be. So asking ourselves those questions, it requires us to get away, spend some time by ourselves and really think about what we're doing, why we're doing it, and who we can benefit. So it kind of goes back to some of the things that I teach in my course, the Total Execution System. We start with our values. We start with who we are, what our ideal life is going to look like, and who's depending on that, and then getting in touch with that daily. We think, and taking that consistent action daily, saying, what can I do today to move me closer to my dreams? But again, sometimes the dreams and the things that come into our minds aren't things that we have a lot of experience kind of thinking outside of our normal realm of possibility. And so sometimes we have problems dreaming big. And that's why I encourage you to spend some time, go back, look at your old dreams and your journals. Meet new people, go new places, eat new foods, try new routes to work, try new workouts, try new tactics, learn new skills. Find something that, even if it's something it's not about making a living at it, it's not about trying to replace your income from your day job, it's about learning something that can bring more joy into each day of your life. And if that's something that you've never done before, then doing that on a consistent basis, your life gets a little bit better every day. If you could get 1% better every day, I'll take that. That's an awesome way to live life. And so I encourage you, try something new, go out there, be intentional about creating a great life. Because if you don't build your life now, you're just going to be waiting on somebody else to kind of push you into a life, and they may not push you in the direction that you want to go. So take care, friends, and go build an intentional life.